What's going on YouTube? Marine X back at it again. EDC haul for the month of May. Let's take a look at some stuff that I've got. Some stuff I've already opened, such as the A11 Pacific Memorial. This is a memorial to the mainly Marines and Navy corpsmen, but support troops that fought on Iwo Jima, the 80th commencement of Iwo Jima. We lost a lot of Marines that day, sailors that day. We lost John Battalion, one of the most famous Marines, for some of the things that he did in the Pacific, specifically how many Japs he mowed down while holding the raw barrel of a machine gun that should be manned by two people by himself. The crazy thing about this watch is it actually contains sands of Iwo Jima on the dial itself. So that's what makes this so special. It has the memorial, you know, it shows the Marines lifting the American flag that day. It might be hard to see here. I'll throw some B-roll up there so you can check it out. Has a Swiss made movement. It's made in America. Well, it's assembled in America. It's not made in America because the movement's made in Switzerland. But it does have a lot of high-end parts that I really like. You know, it does have it's 38 millimeters. It's a stainless steel, 10 ATMs of water resistance, DLC black coating. It is a double domed acrylic crystal glass, so high-end parts. You have baton hands with super luminova for the actual dials itself, so you can see this thing in the dark. High-end movement, black leather strap, double layer dial with Iwo Jima sand as mentioned earlier. And I think I like I said, I'm a big fan of watches that are 40 millimeter or below on my wrist, so I like the way this looks on my wrist. I do have one watch particularly that's over that I wear a lot. That's over that, which is my Ben Roos DTU watch, which is a commencement for the Vietnam War. But this one specifically is paying homage to World War II and what the Marines did there. This watch is $700, but for the craftsmanship, for the being assembled in America, you also get a map of Iwo Jima on the very back of the case itself. I like what you're getting out of this a ton. Just to have a piece of Iwo Jima somewhere I probably may never get to go to in my entire life, I think that's significant. It's going to mean a lot to people who are Marines, were Marines, or have family with a connection to the Marine Corps, or if you're just a history buff and you really follow what the Marines did in the Pacific. Now let's just talk about Lockbee and their mini field journal. So I have the field journal. I use this every day. Look at the difference in look at the patina of the wax canvas. This is a journal that gets used every single day. You ever heard the saying that you eventually have to wash your wax canvas and you have to eventually re-wax cotton that's been dipped in wax canvas? This is what that means. So this is brand new, and this is what it looks like when you've used it for over a year. So this is basically a mini version of this big boy here. So this one has some internal pockets which lets you put business cards or whatever the hell you want to put in here. And I normally use this for note taking when I'm using my job. I use this for daily journaling. I use it for a lot. Only thing I've never really been a big fan of my pen just being naked out here, but I've also never lost a pen with this journal, so it is what it is. So they kind of brought that same design elements to its smaller brother. So if you're taking some notes here, maybe you want to take some faster notes or walk around type stuff here. So this is kind of supposed to be a different option for you with the pocket journal that's a zipper. You can get into this one faster with just having a clasp. You can see the patina difference in these two as well. I think this might replace my daily little pocket journal here because I do like this, but this pen leaves a crease in it, and when you take the pen out, it just looks weird. That kind of gets on my nerves. I know that's like a small thing to be worried about, but it's they both do have storage in the back, so I can utilize that. I like that Lockbee is veteran backed, veteran approved. So some other stuff that we got that I've already opened, but I necessarily haven't fully opened. So these are Kina. Is that how you pronounce it? Unboxing knife, Benchmade Mini Freak S90V, complete overkill, layers and layers and layers of carbon fiber, which makes this thing a monster, and needs to be in the pocket more. I've had this thing for probably 3 years and it barely sees the light of day. It's a really good knife. So what these things are, says Marine X, thanks for checking out Kina. So it's Kinesium. I'm probably mispronouncing them. We love hearing what your thoughts are. This is from the co-founders. So in here, you get some stuff from business card of the co-founder. You get some hands-off warnings, kind of giving a warning not to touch the crap. Owner will be alerted if their shit is moved. I like that. I like that sticker. All right, so these are some suggestions where you can put these. These are kind of like where you can kind of, it's like a small alarm system, but it's not ever apparent that it's there. So you see this one's in a drawer next to a gun. So if someone opens the drawer, then you would be alerted. So they wouldn't even know it happened until you opened it. Someone has it set next to, I don't know about your Tito's. I guess if your kids, if your teenagers are some drunks, maybe. They also have it next to some medicine. That's smart. Another weapon, maybe a safe, your passports. This is the device itself. I like this concept, okay? Being able to keep a device nearby. I want to put one, it charges with USB Type-C. I want to put one of these near my daily use from the area where I keep my guns daily. And then I want to put one of these near where I keep my knives. Those are the two things that are dangerous out here other than chemicals and crap that my kids could get into. But I like this concept of being able to just connect this to an app and this alerts you if you have an issue. Hopefully it works on Wi-Fi and not Bluetooth, because it would make a lot of sense to work on Bluetooth. I'm assuming this is a different color. Let's take a look. Okay, so this is the green. Look at this, like a off green color. It actually looks pretty dope. So we'll get these things charged up. All right, this one is from Atwood Rope. I think this is just more paracord. All right, let's get in here real quick. Some survival cord light, so 200-pound test. So they just want to kind of show me you don't always need 550 cord or 550-pound test. This is a lighter paracord. I might be able to deploy this. Okay, I like this. So I like the stuff that Atwood is doing. They're making the stuff in the USA. That means that they're warranty the stuff in the USA. The test strength is tested by a third party. If you're buying the stuff on Amazon, they sell on Amazon, but like no name brands on Amazon. Is it really at the test strength that they're purporting it to be? I don't know. But 200-pound test, I can appreciate having a different test strength versus always having 550 cord. All right, here we go with Maxpedition. Now I saw some folks already checking these things out on YouTube. So these are the Platy Pocket Organizer. So this is the 5x7 Platy. And then we get the, I guess there's either a smaller or a bigger version. See what we got here. And interesting. So this is the 4x6 Platy and the 5x7 Platy. The 4x6 Platy I can see going in my pocket. This one I can see going slipped into a bag. So this might replace my solution that I'm thinking about doing for the month of June. I was gonna carry a slip joint knife and a flashlight in this slip that I have from Three Sons Leather, which I like a lot, but that's it. These are only two things I can carry in this. These might be good pocket solutions when I'm wearing basketball shorts or swim trunks or joggers or whatever, and I don't want to clip something to each individual pocket. Maybe I use these. I've had something similar from Daily Carry Co. These feel well made. They have a little bit of Molly right here. So these are like Molly. Well, I don't know if these are actually POW sized, but all this elastic banding that you could use. You have a couple slip pockets below it, a large slip pocket back here where the majority of the additional cordage resides. Then you get a zip down feature, and inside of here you can put coins or whatever. So this reminds me of the Rigger pouch from Daily Carry Co. I think I might work these bad boys out. Might work these bad boys out, see what we're working with. I don't know what this is. A lot of times I'll tell companies you're more than welcome to send me something, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm gonna ever like try it out. So this might be one of those I might not ever try it out type of things. Oh no, this is Lockby. Haha, Lockby sent something else. I don't know if I'm supposed to be showing this, Lockby. All right, so this looks like a, does it have an order information inside of here? Let me read this. This is pretty awesome. So they wrote me a Father's Day card, and they wanted to give me a sneak peek of the Mini Venture pouch. Am I allowed to show this yet? I don't know. Am I going to show it? Yes. This reminds me of another pouch that they have, but a little bit more functionality. I like this because one side, I usually will use this for excess camera equipment, and I normally will put some batteries on one side, but these do share space. Okay, so the way you pack this out, you really have to be diligent. But this is a very unique pouch. I like this a ton, especially for a camp style pouch, meaning if you have a pouch that you are using and you want to possibly, you get to a certain location, you want to throw stuff in this and not have to live out of your pouch. So that's what I like this for. So this is going to be mini venture pouch. So this one has okay, it stands up on its own. That's already a plus. Has a little area inside of here, a couple slip pockets, which 2 sides are mesh, a larger slip pocket back here. This looks like an air tag holder. I don't know what this is. Some type of built-in feature. I don't know if that's a magnet air tag holder. I have to just check and see what that is once they put a listing on their website. And then you have a larger section down here. So it's the same concept as this bigger one. It's just a little bit smaller. And it almost feels like a DOP kit. I like these. I think I need to put these back into the rotation. I really like these pouches. All right, let's go here with Olive knives. Now, Olive reached out to me because I saw them at SHOT Show. Was it SHOT Show? I think it was SHOT Show. And they didn't have a booth. They were sitting in the area where you could just buy some food. And I started talking to the guy, and he started explaining to me, you know, about his company and about his knife and just the toughness of his knife and just all that good stuff. And it sounded very interesting. I saw that Neves Knives actually took a look at their fixed blade version of their knife. Here is the folder. So this is the presentation when you get it. Okay. I like this. Now for the price point, I can appreciate what they're doing here with the magnets and all that good stuff. This is the Lenta knife manual opening. And it looks like you get a whole brochure with it. It gets some information about the founder and the CEO, specifications about the knife, the thickness. This is overall length of 7.94 inches. Blade cutting length is a little bit over 3 inches. It's a drop point style blade. Lanyard hole, yes. G10. It looks like you can get G10, glass filled nylon, or aluminium. It talks about how to care for it, fine cutting, all of this good stuff. It talks about the warranty. This is very nice. I like the way they set this up. You also get some camping recipes. That's dope. So they already give you some inspiration on how to begin to implement your knife. Look at this. They're showing folks cutting a tomato with it, then slicing an effing tomato with that bad boy. This is a dope experience. And then you get the knife. All that. Ooh wee. Okay, does this feel like $300 in the hand? It feels substantial. I will give them that. I may need to send this to Neves Knives because I need to know if this is something that is, ooh boy. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't want to be just too impressed by first opening a knife for the very first time, but if I could just tell you how good that felt, I want to tell you how good that feels. Like I feel bad because I'm comparing this to a Benchmade that has been getting opened for years that does not have the best action. It's just too much going on with the Omega springs in here. I can either open it and adjust it, or I can just keep opening this bad boy over and over and over again. And then I pull this out and I open it the first time and it's just like, oh, don't you worry, chump. We got you. Don't you worry at all. This feels like a knife that's ready to go outside. Really ready, feels like it's ready to go outside. I'm actually very excited to get this into the pocket. Look at the backspacer on this bad boy, full liners. Jipping up here. The knife itself feels really good. Tungsten carbide. I have to research more about that. It looks sharp AF. Like I don't even want to touch it. I don't even want to. It looks so sharp. Can it? I mean, will it? Yeah, that's some sharp stuff. Of course, I have black hairs, so it's harder to see, but it's sharp. I will say that. It's a sharp boy. Let's put you back in the box. I love this unboxing experience. I have bought knives that cost $300 before. I have a knife from TRM. I have some knives from Benchmade. I have never unboxed a knife that's $300 that did this, because they know that the $300 on the spec sheet, we're expecting titanium and a mixture of carbon fiber or rich light or some shit like that. And when we don't get that, people feel weird to spend that much money on a G10 knife. But I'm telling you guys, just first time in the hands, that felt fantastic. Now we got another one here. This is from Larkin. We know Larkin are the owners of Bradford Knives. So let's see what we got here. We're getting this ahead of Blade Atlanta. Now, guys, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get off work for Blade Atlanta. I have things set up for it. I have a lot of stuff arranged, but you know, got a lot of work stuff going on right now. So we're going to try our best to see if we can make that happen. But look at how big this box is. So presented with that made in the USA goodness. Let's read the note here. Okay. We got the Gatsby steak knife, Interesting M390. Okay. Oh, I like the spec sheet. I like the note that they wrote too. I'll keep that to myself. All right, so we got the first one, the Gatsby steak knife. Oh my gosh. You don't understand the need that we have right now for cutlery in the kitchen. But look at this makeup of just the look of this knife. Here's the issue I have is most of your cutlery will do just fine if you hand wash it. My kids are so fast to put a knife in the dishwasher, it gets on my nerves. So I have to really be vigilant about this knife. Looks like we have the 3.5 Bradford. Is this a 3.5? I'll have to look at the spec sheets, but look at this finger choil. Just look, this knife feels so good. This bad boy feels really, really good. So this is what we got here. This is the Guardian 3.5 UL. Very good looking knife. It feels really good. This feels more like a EDC knife than the 3.2. And the 3.2 is definitely an EDC knife. The jipping up here feels really good. It just feels like something that you could put an Alti clip on this bad boy and maybe slip it in your pocket. Right now, there's no way to attach it to anything. I guess maybe there's something in here or you have to just buy your own. All right, we also have, look at this little thing. It's almost as like this is AEBL. It almost feels like a little bit bigger than the paring knife. I don't know what knife this is. I like this sheath though. Is it a double-sided sheath? Does it matter which way you put it back in? I don't think it does. No, this feels really good. This feels like the type of knife that once I get the kill processed and I've taken the buttocks out, I've taken the bladder out, I've taken the skin off, and I feel like taking some lats off the back straps or something or doing some back straps. This feels like that. That's what this knife feels like. Super slicey. I don't even need to slice to know this bad boy is slicey. So a lot of this stuff is coming out ahead of Blade Atlanta. Okay, so these are definitely for the kitchen. Look at this knife. This knife is definitely prepared for the camp kitchen or inside of my house kitchen. AEBL once again. And looks like it has a big brother. Okay, look at this. Yes, this makes me excited to get out in camp or just to get in the kitchen and just cut. This makes me want to grill like today, like now. Here's the thing. I've always thought about cutlery sets, but stuff that I see coming out from like Benchmade, it just seems a little bit pricey. I don't know the pricing on these, but Bradford prides themselves on affordability, and that's what I really like about it. So I like these sheaths because when you're done washing them, how many of our cutlery items are we able to put in a drawer with the sheath? Very few of them. I love how these are implemented. These are not going to be sitting on the kitchen counter. So this is what we got to test out for you guys for the month of June. Let's just expose some stuff because this stuff does get grandpa excited. Like I'm really ready to kind of rock and roll with some of this stuff. And especially this olive knife, which I know that they're in the infancy of their company and exposure is key. And I think that it's very important to get exposure from people who are like knife guys, you know, your metal complexes of the world, your tri-state EDCs of the world, and your Neves knives of the world. And then also from guys who just carry knives that don't know, you know, I don't know, may be the best or not be the best for sharpening purposes. Or God, the weight on this feels so effing good. Like, you ever felt like knives nowadays are trying to be too light? Cold Steel ignores that, and they'll just give you a big old beefy knife. This is also kind of ignoring that and just giving you just this big old beefy monster. Just the reverse flick, the Spidey flick, it does not matter. The thumb, I don't like that it's going so great. Okay, D10 is what it should be for this type of knife. So here it is, man. Let me know what you guys are most excited for me to do some information, do some videos about, and I will definitely let you guys know how it's going ASAP. Like, kind of laid it all out for you. If this is your first time stopping by, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you part of the battalion so we can check this stuff out over the next few months. If this is not your first time stopping by, well, thank you once again for watching me run my grape. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.